Final Fantasy X-2 HD Remastered Edition is rated T for teens, for mild blood, mild language, suggestive themes, and violence. Viewer discretion is advised. Alright guys, welcome to the Final Fantasy X-2 Let's Play. This is the HD Remastered Edition, as you can tell by the HD Remaster logo underneath Final Fantasy X-2. Excuse while the thing reloads. Due to the nature of this Let's Play, I'm going to try my best to do a 100% playthrough, storyline playthrough, which is where I do all the bonus stuff and unlock all the secrets in the game in a single playthrough. It is possible to do, regardless of what anyone says. It is just insanely annoying to do properly. Now, due to the fact that I'm going to be doing a 100% walkthrough, I'm using a guide to guarantee that I do so. Also, the guide I'm using unfortunately requires that I use the internet to be able to go through each chapter detailed. That being the case, there may be some lag here and there, and I apologize sincerely for that. Please forgive me. Anyway, let's get to it. If you haven't seen my Let's Play on Final Fantasy X, I recommend you watch it. Or play the game, preferably.
In position. It's showtime, girls. Want in on this number? Then show me your moves.
Think you can keep up?
Alright, that was an interesting opening. I'm gonna pause it real quickly once the thing starts. There we are. I'm going to apologize in right now, not in advance. The opening song, as you probably could have told, I can't use due to copyright reasons. If you wish to find out the song, look up the song Real Emotion. You can find the opening cutscene unedited all over YouTube. I can't do it due to copyright purposes, obviously. There are 2 songs in this game where that is the case. I'm going to unfortunately do it for both of them, even though one of them I really enjoy. So I apologize for that. Anyway, let's get to it. Now, the fighting system in this game is a little bit different than Final Fantasy X. As you can tell, it's actually all ATB oriented, active battle mode. So that means it's no longer turn-based. Excuse me. Alright, I recommend using your skills as much as possible throughout the game. This is due to how the battle system works in this game. I'll explain in greater detail a little bit later. Once I get access to the menu, the full menu. So you'll see me using abilities like crazy when I'm able to. Right. I love the fighting system in this game. It's a lot more refined in my opinion. A lot more fun, I should say, not refined. In my opinion, over Final Fantasy X. Because you have to really think on your feet.
I could have danced all night.
Sorry! No time for an encore. Hold still!
Alright. Well, maybe. More cutscenes? Nope. Okay, I'm going to our menu a little bit here, and we'll switch, do little things here. That on, subtitle names off. Okay, before we continue on, I want to mention a few things real quickly. Again. First off, storyline-wise, this game takes place 2 years after Final Fantasy X. If you watch the epilogue for this game, or for Final Fantasy X, you'll see what started Yuna's journey. Also, I attempted to do this set before, around the same time as Jose in my Final Fantasy X Let's Play. I decided not to do that. I was going to wait until I was done recording Final Fantasy X, which I'm already done doing, and redo it all over again. Unfortunately, that means I got some of the trophies. Fortunately, only one of them was storyline related, so we don't have to worry about that too much. I will mention some of the trophies as we go along that I have gotten so far. So, keep that in mind. There was something else I wanted to mention. Oh yeah. This game relies heavily on story. I mean, it is insane how important story is to this game. Due to the 100% story completion aspect of the game, most of the storyline is optional. I'm going for every single bit. If you want to get that as well, which unlocks the true ending, unique abilities, equipment, etc., etc., follow what I say to the letter. I can't stress that enough. Alright, let's go.
Move!
Right. So there are 2 types of abilities in this game. There are charge abilities, as you can see, Pain, the Squall wannabe in the right, and instant abilities, which is what Riku's been doing when she steals. Charge abilities take time to use, but usually do more damage. Instant abilities go
It's all in the wrist.
almost instantaneously. A lot of the abilities are... Okay. are charged. I recommend stealing as much as possible. Actually, I recommend using every ability as much as possible. I'll try my best to give you tips on AP grinding later. Unlike Final Fantasy X, this game does have a traditional RPG leveling system. As you can see in this menu? No menu. Aw. As you saw in my main menu. Alright, let's go to the left once we get through here. This is part of the 100% storyline bit, so you have to do this if you want 100%.
Out of the way!
Hello. Shigu. I recommend killing Shiguns quickly because they cast magic. Unfortunately, due to the way the ATB system works, you may go to steal from a character only to have one of your characters beforehand kill them. So keep an eye on that. This is all about timing.
Takers, keepers.
Alright. Don't worry about the EXP and AP. I believe we get that after an upcoming boss fight. Ooh, excuse me. So yeah, attack are obviously instantaneous abilities, so we have to work on that. Ah! Can't learn a new ability. Sentinel. This is why using abilities as much as possible is important. We gain abilities by using our other abilities, and killing enemies. But just killing enemies is kind of pointless. Talk to the Moogle. When you get that effect, that means you got what you needed and you're good. But you gain abilities by killing enemies and using your abilities. Well, pause while I explain this because this is getting kind of disconcerting. Okay. You use abilities, you gain an AP point. Only one, unless you have an equipment that says otherwise. When you kill an enemy, you gain 1 to 2, maybe even 3 AP, depending on what creature you kill. So the quickest way to do it is to use abilities. So that's why you see me using them like crazy. Although it's preferred to use abilities that don't take any MP. Or AP, or HP for that matter. You. Pull for kill, thank you. I believe we get all the EXP and AP at the, like I said, after this.
Hey, you run too fast!
You're too slow, little girl. Show's over!
Youch.
This way.
Alright, so we have a unit in our party now.
Where's the imposter?
So let's start using her. Since she lost the Aeons in Final Fantasy X, bear in mind, I'm going to say this quickly, there is going to be a lot of spoilers for Final Fantasy X. If you haven't played it, or seen my Let's Play on it, go watch it, or get the game and play it. I'll wait for you guys. Okay, now welcome back. like I said, there's going to be a lot of spoilers, so... Alright, since Yuna's lost her Aeons, she's going to be a lot more, useful, I'd say. To use Trigger Happy, just tap R1 on. It should be kind of self-explanatory if you look at the, health gauge. Sentinel block. Wasn't sure if I got the item from both of them. And nothing to steal, good. Good, got both the items. Yeah, thanks to the little guide I have up, I can also tell who has what when it comes to bosses.
It cannot be.
Logos, who we just beat, can only get you can only get silver glasses, and Ormy you can only get iron bangle from. He was weak.
Boss.
That's quite enough sniveling, boys. Persistent, aren't you?
My grid. You give us back Uni's garment grid right now.
Didn't you girls ever learn to share?
Give it back.
Very well, it's yours. But it won't be yours for long, loves.
I'm on a roll.
Okay, now they're going to explain to us the main feature of this game. This is called, Dress Spheres and Garment Grids. Yes, I know, it sounds a little weird. The inspiration was from, shoujo manga and anime from Japan, where, like Sailor Moon, they change outfits. You'll see that quite a bit. If you played Final Fantasy Tactics, you're used to the concept of job changing. I can't remember any other Final Fantasy that really uses that concept, where you can actually switch between job classes. But that's the basic principle of what the dress spheres are. You have your basic jobs and what you can do. For example, we have Pain the Warrior, Riku the Thief, Yuna the Gunner, and we can switch to them whenever we want to, really. The Garment Grid is basically where we replace the dress spheres, which are our job classes, and determine when we can turn to which one. For example, let's take a look at the Garment Grid here. I'll keep this pause while I explain. If you want to skip it, feel free to. We have the Garment Grid on the bottom left, which is Yuna's, or the dress sphere on the bottom left, which is Yuna's Gunner. She's innately a Gunner. Her outfit will be the Gunner dress sphere outside of battles. You can switch only to Songstress because it is the one on the line that goes to the right. If we add one to the upper left of Songstress, you can turn to that as well. We don't, so we can't do that. So, switch to Songstress, and now we get this cutscene. I will do a bonus video eventually, demonstrating all of these transformation sequences. Specifically these parts right here, probably. Just so you guys can see what they look like. The Songstress specializes in dances and song. She's the bard. She will inflict stats effects onto your opponent and beef you up. So rest is the only thing you can get from her from that. So basically, as long as you have Darkness Dance on, she can't hurt you.
This is goodbye, love.
Unless she casts magic, which is what she does every so often. Let's pull for some guilt from her as well. Not bad! Right.
Let's get moving.
Didn't get that in. Oh well. A lot of the Garment Grid grindings I'll do off screen because it just takes hours to do.
dust you off so easily next time.
Get back here!
Riku. Huh? What? What? Hey. My body just started dancing by itself. I didn't know what was going on. I was frightened. Then, while I was dancing, something happened.
You sure looked like you were enjoying yourself.
I was. It felt like some other person's excitement just took over.
That can happen when you use the garment grid. The emotions of the person recorded in the sphere pass to the user.
Isn't that dangerous?
I can't really say.
But it's your invention.
I'm just a kid.
Dancing, Yuna, I want to see.
It'll cost you.
One moment.
She's kidding.
What? No dance? Lucidity. Goings! Doing goody duck.
I've completed my latest invention.
Alright, this feature is unique to Final Fantasy X, the HD Remastered Edition, as well as the international version. Creature Creator is a very interesting concept. As it says, use fiends, use the fiend trap pods invented by Shinra to capture fiends all across Spira and train them all as allied creatures for the Goings. The more fiends you capture and train, the more fascinating tales you'll hear about them. I'll go into greater detail about that in a little bit. I'm going to save real quickly. Get our first save sphere. Alright. Or our first save, I should say. Alright. So here's our basic setup right here. We have level, our character's levels. The size is important due to the creature creator, which is this. In the original Final Fantasy X, Yuna, Riku, and Pain were the only party members you could have. With Creature Creator in it, that changes. You can actually add fiends or other such creatures into your party. Depending on their size, to determine how what can be put into your party. I will do a bonus video at the end of the Let's Play demonstrating special monsters and where to get them. But for the most part, I'm going to do that all off screen because it takes a long time. I mean, I could do the Creature Creator thing for hours. I've done it for hours.
I know everything.
Shinra's an Al Bhed. He's a real whiz kid.
Also, I'm going to mention quickly before I forget again, do not skip cutscenes if you're going for a 100% storyline playthrough. That kind of destroys the purpose of the 100% storyline. You're skipping cutscenes. I do not believe skipping dialogue, though, is not that bad where you press X. I'm not going to do it for obvious reasons, but yeah. Anyway, Treasure Spheres. We want to watch the sphere that started it all, the journey's start, to get a little more, yeah. So let's do that real quickly.
No, I'm not sorry. I haven't done anything wrong. I know you're listening. If she was your girl, what would you do? How can you blame me for trying to use your weapon? It was the only way I could save the summoner. What would you do if you were me? Let me out! I want to see her!
Fun fact about the original cutscene for that. In the original international version for Final Fantasy X, when the Eternal Calm cutscene was added into the game, that actually was... No, I can't explain that, damn it.
I know.
Never mind, I can't say that. I'm shutting up. That's a spoiler. I'll explain that a lot later on. Using garment grids. It's a quick way to get the Vanguard garment grid. The only way to get it, actually. Alright, now I'm going to go into the creature creator quickly. I'm not going to go through the cutscene because I'll just explain it. It's a lot easier that way. No. Brothers joined you. You get a small, medium, and large trap pod. Okay. I'm going to do a quick explanation by using one of the pods. I recommend doing this a lot later on when you're a higher level because the creatures you capture actually level with you. At least when you capture them. Okay. As you can see, we have all of Spear we can play with. If you go to a specific area, for example, Bicanel, and put a trap there, like for example, no, not Bicanel, let's go with... Let's go with Calmlands. You can choose the size of the pod you want to capture, which means you're going to try and capture a creature of that size. For example, if I put a small here, I'll try to capture a small creature, a medium creature, and a large creature. Let's go for a small. Now, you can keep going until you run out of traps, or you can press R1 to round them up. Once it's rounded up, we find out if we caught anything, and we caught Aramon. So this we can allow it to the Gull Wing, so yes. And we also choose names for all the monsters. Long names too, by the looks of it. I'll stick with Aramon. With that, press circle, you can choose to send out a trap or go back to your menu. We're going back to our menu.